previously on Gearz.
Martiningo, Daisy Fensham, and it's great to have him back in the studio. Just returned back from Germany, finished third overall in the Scirocco Cup R Championship, and was the champion young driver of the series, Jordan Pepper.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's really awesome to be back.
What
Finally.
an unbelievable season.
Yeah, it's been a good season. It started off good. Could see that I could go from the beginning, have a contention for the championship. But my main goal this year was to win the junior championship. I managed to do that, so I'm really happy. Got a third in the overall, so it's also a bonus there.
But now you see, I was taking the lyrics from the Rolling Stones song, Make a Grown Man Cry. Now, the thing is, you were racing. How old are you? 15, nearly 16?
17.
You're 17. But now you were the youngest.
Yeah, I'm the youngest in the championship, so
Yeah.
also to win the junior championship and
Which
be
is
the
amazing.
youngest is really good.
Unbelievable. So 17, you've got your lovely sister Morgan bringing you here. Because he's not allowed to drive on the roads.
I know, that's crazy.
He can drive on a racetrack faster than any of us. Even you in reverse. He can drive faster than you in reverse.
I think
Never.
I think Daisy in the normal way would maybe give us a run, but
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
If maybe we were walking. Anyway.
He always rips me off because he says I drive slowly. So
You are Miss Daisy. No, listen, the phenomenal
about
thing
safety.
is, so you win this championship as the young driver, but going back to making grown men cry, you raced against the likes of, besides South Africans Calvin van der Linde, you raced against Frank Bieler, Jolt Baumgartner, Aiello. I mean, these are really established racing drivers. They've been there, done everything. When you got there, Jordan, were you nervous? Did you feel a little bit intimidated by these names that you were going to race against?
yeah, it's always you get on the week before they post who's going to be racing on the weekend, and then you start researching and see what they've been doing, and then you know, okay, maybe last weekend I was able to beat the legends, but coming up to this next round, at now like Nicola Larini, Aiello, you're racing into me like, okay, maybe these oaks, they're going to have a chance, and they're quick and they're on pace, but it just shows how competitive the series is, and they all have to say they're amazed like with the talents that's coming through. So it's good that we're able to race against him. I think it just brings that bigger show. Also racing with the DTM just brings that big atmosphere in that show, and it's awesome to step onto the international stage and then beat legends like Aiello this last weekend and Frank Bieler. So, and when you come after the race, they're so down to earth and they help you where they can, and it's awesome.
I was going to ask that as well. I mean, there must be, you know, and I'm hoping, but there must be some encouragement from these guys who've been there and done that, and see youngsters like yourself and sit there and go, man, carry on going, wonderful. Do you need some? I mean, do they offer any help, or do they sit there and say, damn it, how the hell did you beat me?
Well, past weekend, well, not this last race weekend, a few weeks ago at Oschersleben, where he was fortunate to race against an old IndyCar champion, Ari Landa. He was probably, I would say, the most down-to-earth legend that we've had, and he was able to offer help, not with the car, but just like offer help and support for our future. And he gave us good advice to take forward and look at and research into to move onto an international stage and try to build a career out of it. So it's awesome. They are down to earth. They are legends, but they know where their roots came from, and they're there to help us young drivers. So it's really awesome.
Brilliant. Was there any kind of interaction with some of the DTM drivers at all?
I got to meet most of the DTM drivers, but I think with their schedules and stuff that there wasn't any. Besides, actually, the one weekend, Edar Matara and Albuquerque came into the VW Hospitality to have a chat.
Oh, cool.
Really good to speak to them, but other than that, you can watch them. You can speak to them for a bit, but I think the legends offered more of a conversation to help you and stuff like that. But that's what they're there for.
What was it like for you when you won your first race?
Yeah, at Nürburgring, I was a bit nervous going into the weekend. My dad on Friday practice lost my glasses, so and I'm into glasses racing. But it was a good weekend. Started off with a bad qualifying, managed to work my way through in the first race to 8th for the reverse grid pole, And then from there, the nerves kicked in. But I think once the lights went out, it was just a normal race. Managed to control it and win. And then standing on the podium, listening to the national anthem. I think that has to be my best achievements of the year, to listen to that.
Did they play the right anthem?
They actually did. I'm quite surprised.
Because not like at Nürburgring, where this last weekend. Hockenheim.
Hockenheim,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
they played the wrong one. But that's amazing. Shows you don't need your glasses. You go faster.
Well, when I put them on, I was...
At least you could see.
It was a little bit easier to drive. So.
That is, I mean, it must have been an incredible feeling, satisfaction. Because, for those who maybe don't know, and if you're only just tuning in now, we're talking to Jordan Pepper. He finished third overall in the Scirocco Cup Championship and was best young driver out of the whole series. To be driving against the caliber, for those who don't know, just give us an idea. All of the cars are the same. They're prepared the same.
Yeah.
By the APT organization.
Sportsline, yeah.
There we go. And if they find, because you get Monday cars, you get Friday cars. If they find that all of a sudden your car is just all of a sudden 2 seconds quicker than everybody else throughout the weekend, do they take it away from you and maybe give it to someone else? So do you swap cars in terms of the actual engine perhaps?
Well, they did this year. They swapped, I think, 3 or 4 drivers. They swapped their cars.
Okay.
But what's nice about it, if you find, okay, my car, you look at the data and you say that other car is just too much, it's just too quick, or mine's a bit slow, you can speak to them. They'll put on the setup, they'll go through the data with the engines, make sure everything's okay. If it's incorrect, they'll change it on the spot. It's their mistake. But mostly, I would say all the cars, they're as close as can be, and the single make series just makes it that much better for young drivers to show their true talents and move on.
Exactly. Is there any opportunity? I mean, I assume you have a sort of free practice. Is there a chance for you to perhaps change any kind of settings?
The only thing we are allowed to change, we have a 45-minute free practice. We can change our own tire pressures and the roll bar. So
that's it.
That's also, it limits it even more again, where it's just to fine-tune the tires and then it's just maximize the car, and then that's the quickest driver.
Daisy, where's the roll bar? Jump in anytime, for the interview.
I'm leaving it to you. This is your thing.
You carry on painting your nails there, Daisy.
I'm not painting my nails.
You were, yeah. Jordan, it's just amazing. So the crazy thing is, I mean, you're still writing grade 11.
Grade 11, yeah.
You're writing grade 11. And you've had to go and do, is it 6 rounds, 7 rounds?
It was 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
And I was out the country 8 times for a fitness camp and a test.
All right. So how has this affected your schooling? And are you catching up? Are your sisters helping, family helping? When you were abroad, did you have to do some studying?
Well, the first few times when I went overseas, I took a few books with me, but I left them in my bag. And then when I got back, I decided it's time to catch up. But no, got a bit of help from the school, just
Great.
Giving me like assignments to do where I can catch up and move ahead in class, and some stuff that allowed me to just extend the dates and stuff. But just help from the school to allow me to go racing, and they support me. So it's been a good year with schooling. I managed to keep the marks that my dad wants, but focuses on racing, of course, and it's, as it shows, it's been a good season.
No, that sounds terrific. Okay, he's going to stay with us for quite a while. It is Jordan Pepper in studio right here on Gearz. In studio with us this afternoon, a multi-talented, fantastic young man as well. He's Jordan Pepper, and he's returned after a very successful international season in the Scirocco Cup Championship. Finished third overall, and also was the top young driver in the series. So, Jordan, you're back here. Are you going to take part in, I think there's one more round of the Super Series? Are you going to maybe be doing a race there?
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to be racing a Polo Cup car again.
You're stealing your sister's car?
No. Thanks to Chris Shorter and Craig Shorter from Trojan Panel
Nice
Beaters.
guys. Well done, boys.
They're donating, or they're allowing me to race his car that he's going to be racing next year. So
Great.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be quite tough. We're still busy rebuilding the car now as we speak. My dad's just got the car and is going to be rebuilding it. But it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to get out there.
That's next weekend?
Yeah, it's next weekend. So no practice.
Is it Kyle Army?
Yeah, straight into Friday practice. But I think it's going to be a good weekend, and Can't wait.
So the main thing is you got to beat your sister.
I think I'm gonna try go for a win, but
Okay.
if I can get a win, then I'll beat my sister. But
I'm sure everyone's going to be coming out to try and beat you. That's for sure. After the success you've had.
yeah, I think that could be good because we've been overseas now and racing, and it's gonna be nice to come back to SA and then race and then see you can actually show how the talent in South Africa is, because I'm
Correct.
guaranteed I'm not going to be running out front and winning. I'm going to have to work hard and just keep working at darts the whole weekend and try. By the end of it, hopefully you can get a win, or I'll be happy with the top 3.
That sounds terrific. Now it comes to the difficult part. You've had a season now internationally. Are you going to continue doing Scirocco? Is there an opportunity for you to do it again? Are you looking at something else, or are you going to come back and race here?
Well, fortunate enough winning the junior championship this year, we got a third of the budget off next year for the Scirocco Cup if I want to do that. And as it looks at the moment, we will be doing the Scirocco Cup next year. So going to try go out and win the championship, the overall championship.
Yeah.
Give it all I got. It will help going further in the future. Then from there we can move into something like more like higher GT car spec cars, and then try get into World Endurance Series by 2015, 2016.
The one big factor about it all, of course, eventually comes down to budget.
Yeah, it's unfortunate with the economy rate here in South Africa, but we just got to keep working at it. Hopefully some guy steps up to the plate, work with sponsorships, gain relationships with sponsors, and then we can work at it. And I'm sure if I can continue to show results, something will have to come along. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen.
It's a great, a great attitude to have as well. And it's also something that you as a young driver shouldn't have to be worrying about. Hopefully you've got people outside there who are going to be dealing with this, because that's the last thing you need, is to sit there and say, I have to win this race, otherwise I don't get the sponsorship money. But unfortunately, that is also part of the reality.
I think it will come down to that case, yes, but as a driver, we always aim to do the best we can, and to go out and win and give it 110% in every race. If we can do that in the talent, and I'm capable of doing it with the car that I have and the effort I've put in, then it can show off, and that's, I think, sponsorships. As long as I'm putting in 110% and getting the results I'm capable of, it will pay off, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it has already, which I think is fantastic as well. I've got to tell you that your two biggest supporters in South Africa, and I know you're getting a lot of support and there's a lot of stuff that goes on, but the two biggest supporters you have in South Africa are your two sisters, just by the way. So I hope when you came back, you gave them both a lot of love, because it's amazing how every weekend that it comes up, how they really, really get behind you and really, really support you. And I know for Morgan, who hasn't really taken to the motor racing side, but for Tasman as well, I mean, she's driven the single-seaters, but she's so proud of what you're doing over there, just as I think, a lot of South Africans are as well. So believe you me, I think it's terrific also this season that we've had the opportunity to watch it on TV. Because then at least we begin to get to know who Jordan Pepper is.
I have to say a big thanks with my family. They've been behind me all the way throughout karting. And then Morgan, she never really wanted to race. She loves the racetrack. She has to be me and my sister's number one supporter. But it's amazing to see, and then also watching being able to watch it here live on TV after the race. You get all the messages, people saying well done. And it's just good to have all the support from South Africa and the backing from South Africa, and it just gives us that extra edge to go out there and do the best we can.
It's terrific. Listen, you can follow Jordan, of course, on Twitter. His handle name is Gearz with a Z. See, like balls with a Z. Gearz, Jordz, Pepsi 46. There we go. So follow him on Twitter. Are you on the Facebook?
Facebook, yeah, it's Jordan Pepper Official. Is my fan page, and then also Instagram is George Pepper 46.
George Pepper 46
so also
as
with
well.
a Z.
So we'll definitely promote that. Jordan, congratulations! A terrific season. Good luck for your exams for this year, and good luck for the last race meet next weekend. I'll definitely be popping in there to come and watch all of you guys. I'm sure it'll be a tremendous amount of fun. And we'll definitely speak to you again, especially before you start in Scirocco Cup again next season. Congratulations! A brilliant result for you this year. Well done.
Thank you so much. It's awesome to be on here, and I can't wait to be on again. Thank you.
Lovely. There we go. Jordan Pepper. Go and follow him on the Twitface. Gearz Pepsi 46. Otherwise, Gearz Pepper 46 on the Instagram, and Jordan Pepper Official on FaceTube as well.
Gearz on balls.co.za with Sasha Martinengo and Daisy Fensham. Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.